Afternoon to all my friends. Let me introduce myself and the company. I am S S Rathi Chairman and whole-time directors, Vidya Limited. The company was floated 4 decades ago in the year 1981 for manufacture of inner copper winding wires at Anand in Gujarat. We have at present 12 range of products in the segment which were added from time to time. When we started, we just had 10 employees with us. Today we have a family of 500 plus. The company is growing consistently and had been making profit for the last 40 years. And considering this in mind and keeping in mind the demand from the sector, we are expanding the capacity by floating a new company, Elco Industries, with new 6 products. And in all, we have 18 products to manufacture in this range. Now further details will be elaborated by MD S S Rathi. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, as said, Vidya Wires is just 44 years young company, and the company always had a growth appetite. So, we started with one single product called as enamel copper wire, and subsequently now we have more than 12 product categories to offer to the market. Of course, our raw material is copper and to some extent aluminium. The company's strength is it has a diverse portfolio of products. Application is also very diverse. We supply to basically power and distribution segment. We supply to electricals, to EV and automotive, renewables like solar modules and windmills. We also supply to railways and to engineering industry and many more industries. So the strength of the company is on the 3 pillars: wide portfolio of products, wide application of the products, and the wide geography where we supply. So currently we are supplying not only to the entire country, but in addition to that we have more than 18 countries where we are exporting our products. So in totality, this 3 is our strength. Company is 4th largest manufacturer of winding and conductivity space, and currently we have a 5.7% market share, and with our new capacity expansion we expect that it would be around 11%. We are currently having a diverse portfolio of 8500 plus SKUs to offer to the market. So as I said, it is like a very diverse product portfolio with a diverse SKUs as well. Our capacity utilization currently is more than 94%, and this made us to think why should not we add more capacity. So we are coming up with an 18,000 metric ton new facility called as Elco Industries. It's a 100% subsidiary of Vidya Wires Limited, and put all together we would be around 37,680 metric tons of capacity. By this we expect that we would be the 3rd largest manufacturer in the country in our space. So I would just one more focus on this, that copper actually is quite volatile in pricing. So you can see that copper prices goes on fluctuating on day-to-day basis, or rather a second to second basis. But we are hardly affected due to any kind of volatility. The reason is that we do our 100% back-to-back copper booking. So whatever the customer places the order to us, it is based on an unknown London Metal Exchange prices, that is LME prices. And similarly, we also place the order of the same amount of copper to our supplier on the London Metal Exchange prices. So a price is derived in the evening by 6 p.m. or so. It is called the cash settlement price. And on these prices, our supplier bills to us and we also bill to our customer. So 100% copper is hedged, naturally hedging. In addition to that, even the exchange rate is based on RBI rate. So that is the next morning, the RBI rate exchanges are also hedged with the supplier as well as the customer. So any kind of volatility on this does not affect our business operations or sales. We are a CRISIL A- rated company, and we believe that amongst our peers we are one of the company having it. And about the financial performance, we have been regularly growing. You can see In March 23, we were 1,114 million of revenue, and now it is 14,863 million of revenue. And the PAT has gone from 214 million to 408.72 million. So revenue, PAT, EBITDA, all the three have been in the growth trajectory. Our revenue is also not only coming from India, but it is also, we are having 18 plus countries of exports. So currently it is in the ratio of 86% India and 13 to 14% overall exports. We have 94% utilization of our capacity currently. We have 458 plus customers with a retention ratio of 94% plus. Our production volume currently is more than 17,000 metric tons. Our revenue CAGR has been 21% plus, EBITDA CAGR 34% around, PAT CAGR 38%, with a healthy ROE of 24.5%, ROC of 19.7%. Our current March 23 net worth is 1,663 million. We have in-house power generation also. We have company's own windmill to generate sustainable power, as well as solar modules. So we have currently having 26% of power is generated through renewable power. This not only helps to bring our cost in control. In addition to that, we also meet the sustainability goals. So we incorporated in 1981. Subsequently, we added 2 more units in 2008 and 2012. In 97, we recorded our first exports. In 2022, we incorporated 100% subsidiary called as LQ Industry. So it is already having the income tax benefits which were declared by the government of India before March 23. Now we are having a larger unit for that, which is already under construction. So by 90% and so is already completed, and by January mid we are expecting that we will start the operation there in LQ Industries. In 2023 we crossed 10,000 million of revenue, and in 2025 we are somewhere close to 1,485 CR, so 14,850 million. So these are broadly our 12 product categories where we are manufacturing. The applications is quite wide. As discussed, we supply to basically transformer segment, motors, switchgear, cables, electricals. Then we supply to number of renewables like solar modules, windmill. This is the other segment. We supply to EVs, we supply to automobiles, we supply to white goods like air conditioner, fans. In addition to that, we supply to engineering industries. So railways also happens to be our customer. So these all product categories are supplied to different applications. We are adding another 6 more product categories in our new company, LQ Industries. So broadly, we will be having 18 products to offer to the market. So this is our strength. Whenever a customer needs multiple products, like normally each customer have 2 to 3 different products of requirement. So he does not need to go and source from others here and there. They can depend on us. In fact, they would prefer us because they can get 2 to 3 products from the same source. So our production facilities is in Anand, Gujarat, the milk city of India. And the new facility is also just 15 kilometers away in the nearby district called as Kheda district, and just 15 kilometers away from us. We are geographically well located in Gujarat. So the ports are very close to us. The customers are also very close to us because we have a very high concentration of electrical industries, the transformer industries, the solar module, the windmill. So they are mainly in the western zone, and this is our one of the most stronger points, that location point of view we are also very well located. About company's major strengths, we have a very good quality control system. We have a very team of 17 to 18 strong quality people, and quality is always has been our main motto, and this is why the customer definitely prefers us. In addition to that, we are already approved with many number of utilities like PGCIL, NTPC, and Bharat Heavy Electricals. We are UL approved so that we can export to US based customers. We are also BIS approved. So number of approvals are already in place. In addition to that, we have in-house manufacturing of copper rods. Basically, copper rod happens to be our raw material. So normally we buy copper rods and then we process it further into different products. But 3-4 years back, we also did a backward integration wherein we now buy copper cathodes and we make in-house copper rods. So around 35% of our facility, we do our in-house copper rods. We are also adding up more capacity in the new company, so we believe that the total percentage will also go up once we come with the new facility. This definitely helps us to keep our prices in control. We have more options for sourcing our raw material. Now we are able to buy copper rods and copper cathodes both. So currently we are buying 50% of our raw material from India, like Vedanta, Hindalco, these are our major suppliers. Apart from that, we also import from countries like Japan, countries like Middle East. So this happens to be our other sources. So this happens to be a few of our customers as per the RHP. Apart from that, we have many more, almost more than 450 numbers. They are B2B and they are big corporates in the country. And we happen to be their suppliers since long. We have relationship with few customers more than 30 years plus also. So this is about copper and aluminium growth story. So nowadays we hear and we read and we get many number of news that copper is new oil. We know that the entire world is dependent on energy because everything works on energy. So in India also we are wholly dependent on oil. Now the new segments which are coming up, we are somehow replacing the oil. Let's say solar modules are coming, windmills are coming up, we see everywhere. So these are indirectly replacing the oil actually. Now these all, whether windmill or whether solar modules, the copper is the base metal. Like wherever the electricity is produced, it has to pass through a copper. Good conductor of electricity is copper, so it has to pass through copper. So everywhere, whether the module, the windmill, the transformer to distribute the power, the cables, the panels, copper is the base metal which is used. In addition to that, and we can see that like 500 gigawatt of capacity is going to come up by 2030, and this is going to be a great driver of copper consumption. We also see that EVs are also coming up. EVs use normally 3 to 4 times the normal copper consumption of any automobile. So that is another growth driver. Okay, this is like the two-wheelers are already booming up, but the four-wheelers are also now catching up. In addition to that, any EV it needs electricity, charging station. So wherever electricity is needed, again the copper becomes a base metal. The charging station consumes copper. So the entire value chain uses copper some way. Then the third most surprise thing which we never thought of 2 years back is artificial intelligence and the data center. Now they are coming up in a big way, not only in India but in US, and the industry report says that in US itself there would be 10% of consumption of electricity coming only for AI. Of the entire nation's electricity. Even in India, we see going to be a good growth. Now all this uses many of transformers, generators, cables and panels, bus bars, etc. So everywhere you will see a huge demand of copper. So all these three are, apart from that, there is a natural industrial growth which is also taking up. So by 2030, the Indian vision document for copper has been released by the government, which says that whatever is the current demand of copper, by 2030 it is estimated that it will be 2 times. And by 2047, the government is saying that it will be 6 times. So it is somewhere considered to be a critical metal for India. And this is why even the government focus is there how to explore and get more copper for the country. Now this copper as a base metal cannot be consumed in the industry directly. you will always need a downstream industry, because directly you cannot supply a base copper cathode or copper rod which can be used. So people like us who processes this material, who manufactures different product categories of 12 to 18 product categories, and we can supply to the various different industry segment where the copper is consumed. So there we play a very important role, and this is why we see that we have a very good future by 2030, and not only that, it will continue. Not any other metal till now is able to replace copper fully. Yes, aluminium is doing a little bit. Wherever there is a low voltage application, aluminium is consumed. And the good part is that we are also there in that space, that we manufacture aluminium as well. So this is about our financials comparison with our peers. You can see the numbers. In terms of our ROE, ROC, we are very well placed in comparison to our peers. Our PAT margins in comparison to our peers is also good enough. Then in terms of fixed assets to turnover ratio, we are doing the best. About the trade receivable days, we have the best in our industry. About the inventory days, we are the best in the industry. So you can see that amongst our peers, till now we are a private limited company, still we have been doing better. So this is about the ROE and ROC. So you can see the high towers are also from Vidya Wires on the ROE front. This is about the basically management team. We have 3 directors and 3 independent directors. They are well experienced. So this is the mix of the end user industry where our products are being supplied. So power and transmission happens to be more than 48%. So basically this is majorly transformers. Then we can see general engineering is around 9 to 10%. Electricals happen to be 22%. The renewables, which is growing consistently, is now around 11%, renewables, EV and automotive. And our new products, what we are going to add, it will be more towards renewables and EVs and automotive. So that percentage will definitely go up. Consumer durables is around 7.75%. This is basically the product mix what we are supplying right now. This is the last 4 years of our growth story. So our revenue is going up, our EBITDA has been improving, our PAT growth has improved better, ROE and ROC has improved, and fixed assets to turnover ratio, already we are using 94% of our capacity, and this has been the main thing, the turnover ratio has improved. Trade receivable days is well in control, inventory days is also well in control. These are the strong factors. Revenue CAGR has been 21%, EBITDA CAGR has gone to 34%, and PAT CAGR has been approximately 37% plus.